The information and views expressed by our host or guests on the Unlock Potential podcast are their own, and not a substitute for professional medical or fitness advice. Always consult with qualified healthcare or fitness professionals before starting any new exercise program or making changes to your current routine.
That's the myth. That's what I always used to believe. If I don't have much energy, I'm not gonna move. If I don't have much energy, I need to move. It's hard to rewire the brain initially, but after you train your brain, it starts to behave. It starts to be obedient.
Hello and welcome to Season 2 of Unlock Potential. I'm Brian Delaney. Our focus this season is fitness. I'll be joined by Dr. Duvall, who's going to guide us through his protocol for getting into your best shape so we can live our best lives and serve others well.
Welcome to another episode of Unlock Potential. I am Brian Delaney. This is my co-host, coach, co-star, whatever you want to call him, whatever C you want to call him, in that realm, I guess. But today we're doing a workout today. So we've been talking about it. Now it's time to be about it. And we get to demonstrate. You get to see different levels on our board that says with every level there's a new devil. I think at this level Corey's my devil. No, I don't. he's run me through a lot of these workouts. So you'll see us do the limber test. You'll see us not go top down and pre-decide what we're going to do, but be responsive to what our body needs. Determine the workouts. After we get done with the one workout, you'll see us redo the limber test again. And just be back in that, back in the workout. And you'll get to see different levels and progressions with how long Corey's been doing this, how long I've been doing this. And you'll probably see some people, including Hank, in the background, from beginner to expert to Hank, I think is those are the levels.
That is the progression.
Yeah. But what do you want to tell them about the workouts that we're looking at doing today, or that we actually already did? We're filming this intro at the outro time, so because we don't know what workouts we're going to do before we come in, before we do the limber test. So tell them more.
Yeah. Oftentimes coaches will try to prescribe ahead of time exactly what everybody's going to do. But everybody had a different night last night. They had a different day yesterday. Their body is in various phases of recovery. And so it's important to just meet everybody where they're at in that moment, and then give them an exercise based on what they're feeling. So as you'll be able to follow along, like Brian said, we'll be able to see, hey, I'm feeling at a different level than you, each particular exercise. You're picking up what's next for you. I'm picking up what's next for me. And that changes how we feel as we go through the different days. That changes how we feel as we go from one exercise to the next. And it's important to feel that and work our way through accordingly.
Yeah, the lessons we get to learn are checking in with ourselves, understanding that if we're not checking in with ourselves, we're just moving with the momentum of assumption. We have less control and therefore less freedom. We have less choice in the matter, right?
Exactly. And
that's what our body requires, is choice, because if he's my coach and he's doing my workouts, he's going to start looking a lot more like me when I want to look a lot more like him. And that's ridiculous. So it's not a good way to go. It makes sense. We want to plan, we want to prepare, but that means I got to pack my stuff. I got to be ready. I don't have to pre-plan my workout, because I'm not going to pre-plan the sensation that I feel at the time and respond to it appropriately if I already have that momentum of assumption going. So break up the momentum of assumption, give yourself choice, and spread freedom, and work out with freedom, the freedom to give your body exactly what it needs, starting from the beginning of the day all the way through the time where we put our head down and close our eyes. So
yeah, brother. Yeah, well put.
Yeah. Looking forward to you guys joining us today. Like, subscribe, share. Make sure to join us. We just recorded an awesome Patreon episode. We continue to produce the app. You'll see where the app is going to come into play as we work out. We talk about it a little bit more. Just how we're looking for simplicity. We don't need to make the app difficult, because the work is already difficult, right?
Exactly.
We want the app to be simple. We want our tools to be simple. That way we can do the difficult work that's natural to us in a very impressive way, as you always like to remind me.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, and really learning when to hold back and when to push based on the signals we get. So fired up for you to join us, fired up for you to see what we have today, and to start bringing some of these concepts, fleshing them out here on the gym floor. So join us.
As I was going through the limber test, I felt tight on the sides of my rib cage and down in my legs. and I'm gonna take on some stamina work first. About to go grab my phone and see what's the first exercise.
Yep. And I found that I was feeling good, not great, was not tired, but not angry. And so I'm gonna take on the WOD for today. And yeah, essentially the WOD for today is, let's see, it's 15 minutes. You can try to get a close up on that with my broken ass screen protector, but it's 15 minutes. It's a standing one arm dumbbell ground to hip, 80 pounds, 5 times. Cartwheel, the cartwheel for 50 feet. Hanging foot raise 5 times. Animal crawl 100 feet. And I've got 15 minutes to see how many rounds and reps I can go without demolishing myself, while still maintaining being inspiring. So I'm gonna get into it.
Taking on stamina work right now because I was feeling stiff in the chest. This is a one-arm kettlebell overhead squat, and I'm just switching arms as I feel like I need to, taking breaks so I'm staying right at the edge of that comfort zone.
You'll notice I have my head up so Corey doesn't say anything to me, but as well, that was a mistake I made because my body was down. I would look down, but that's more of a stamina oriented exercise. So keeping your head up, eyes up, as he talked about before.
Uh, 96 reps there. It's about 75 reps in. Started getting some sharp little pains in my right knee. And so I was adjusting how I was doing it, and was able to get sets of 3 or 4 there towards the end without that right knee pain. Feeling pretty good, just a little bit winded. I'm gonna take a minute.
All right, so I did 6 rounds in that 15 minutes. I used to think for the daily original workout that the point was to like basically work so hard you can make yourself sick or just be completely tapped out. Whereas our priority is be inspiring. Do enough work, because the work is difficult, but continue to be inspiring throughout the work. And that means modulating where I'm putting the pressure. Sometimes it's harder to be inspiring than others, depending on the workout. That stuff Corey was just doing, super hard overhead work, but he's got it. He's familiar with it and strong in that position. So I'm gonna do my limber test and see what's next after I log my result. And this is where right now we're having to switch between a couple of apps in order to enter all this information in. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make that all one app rather than multiple apps. And it's just gonna make things simpler. And especially if you're remote or you're you have a practice and you're giving people this, you don't wanna have to explain much. You wanna spend time doing what you do best, not thinking about how you're supposed to do this. So we're really in the space of simplifying it first for us and then for everybody else. So, and what I mean by us is Corey and I both want this for ourselves, and then we want to share it generously with others. So Corey has a mixed workout of doing his work plus coaching work as people come in, and it's incredibly helpful just to get clear on what we're feeling, how to translate and interpret, because most of us aren't in a position where we've been doing that work for too long and knowing what certain things feel like. Where sometimes we have a limited language, we have a strong vocabulary on our weaknesses and a weak vocabulary around our strengths. We know what we think, we don't often know what we feel. So it's helpful to have that interpreter, and that's another thing the app is going to crush, is on that interpretation of what the limber test is telling us. Separate the signal from the noise, decide what you're feeling mostly. Yeah. Just have people just standing on their hands in the gym every once in a while. So go through this 5 to 10 times. All right. So at this point, I'm feeling great. So I'm gonna move from my workout of the day to my strength movement, just getting that blood pumping and everything for the daily original workout. Put me in a position where now I'm feeling great, feeling more energy, not less. That's the myth. That's what I always used to believe. If I don't have much energy, I'm not gonna move. If I don't have much energy, I need to move. It's hard to rewire the brain initially, but after you train your brain, it starts to behave. It starts to be obedient. So let me look at what my strength workout is next. All right. My next one is axle shoulder, sitting to kneeling. I'm gonna move over to one of the racks here. So my prescription is 2 to 3 sets with full restoration, not recovery, restoration. And I'm doing one, it's 135 pounds. Let me make sure my math is right on the bar. I've done that before. Focus is increasing reps. I've got to record reps and sets. So 2 to 3 sets for 90 seconds. And my focus is getting more reps every time as I'm using the axle on my shoulder to go sitting to kneeling. So I'm gonna get a pad to sit on and then get to work.
So doing those limber tests, The stiffness that was on my sides has passed. Still feeling a lot of stiffness down in the legs, and so we're going to take on whatever next stamina piece there is. So we're going to be taking on one leg squatting to standing, holding the axle at my shoulder. I'm going to do 10 minutes of this work, and I'm going to switch sides and take breaks as I need to. We're going to be at the edge of that comfort zone today.
On that one, it was the 2 to 3 sets. I did 3 sets. It was 135 pounds after 90 seconds with increasing reps. So I don't set a top end goal. I just do my first set. I do that explosively, fullest expression, always full range of motion. If I don't have full range of motion, I have to drop the weight because otherwise I'm just training limitations into my body. And that's dumb, but something I have done in the past. So my results, first round 6, second round 8 reps, third round 10. So I was able to grow them by 2. And I feel like I still had some more in the tank after that. So I feel like I started off a little bit slow on that last set. I could have probably gotten to 10 to 12, but got to bank that for next time. So I'm gonna do my limber test and figure out what's next. Feeling great. Gonna move to strength. I've moved to do another strength workout. I think Corey's mostly focused on stamina so far. That's what his body's telling him to do. That's what we do. My next exercise here that I got is the yoke shoulder carry. Gonna take a minute to set that up, 240 pounds by 50 meters and increasing speed. So going the first time and then every time after that, moving toward a faster and faster speed, again with clean movement and doing things as quickly and easily as possible. That just took me about 45 seconds to do. And I'm going for the next round after full restoration. If you're tired of feeling low on energy and settling for the scraps, it's time for your personal revolution. We are helping people go from the person that they have been to the person they were truly meant to be, and helping people get to the next level in their life, their business, and their relationships. Follow us. You know, the whole workout should be a thing where you're having fun. You shouldn't, it shouldn't be a thing where you're going so hard all the freaking time and it becomes a miserable experience. And that was very common for me. Like I would go into the gym and just like use it. I would have to get angry in order to do my workout. And then I got to the place where I was like, it wasn't good. It was just like so much of what you call that short-term physiology that I was into, and just causing massive stress hormone rather than just letting my body do exactly what it already wanted to do. I was like very forceful about it. And this isn't about forcing something on the body. This is about responding, because the body is already super intelligent.
Exactly.
And so we just have to tap into that. And over the years, I'd gotten deaf to it, right? We were all tapped in as kids, as newborns. We all feel it, we all get it. And then over time, we have layers, expectations, should not, worries, concerns, stress, life, all that crap. So, and then over time, you get hit in the head with life a couple of times. You forget who you are. You forget that the body has the answers, and we just have to get tapped in. And we resist that, which causes injury, illness, ignorance, illness, injury, suffering, all the things you talk about. So yeah.
What really clicked for me was we would finish a CrossFit workout, and the phrase was, "That killed me."
Yeah. Yeah, I went, or like feeling like, because that's where it was my first time around. I was going to a different CrossFit gym, doing a lot of the same accessory plus a WOD for that. And I would be ready to throw up every time. And that, just like the old CrossFit logo of the rhabdo clown, you know, it's just like, why are we doing that? But I thought that was a way you had to do it. But obviously you're poisoning your body at that point.
Exactly.
You know, and that's not even overexertion. That's what would you call that? Not stamina. That's like endurance or survival. You know that.
Exactly. That's the survival. That's the losing the battle.
Losing the battle. Yeah.
Nobody wins the battle and then throws up.
Yeah.
They win the battle and they stand over top.
Yeah,
proud and strong and ready for whatever is next.
Yeah. If I finish my workout, I want to do it with a foot on the chest of the workout.
Exactly.
Having whipped its ass and not the other way around, because I still have more to do today. That workout is done. That's in my past. I'm through that, you know. So.
And I think there's nuance to that Pukey the Clown that can be super helpful.
For sure.
The willingness to go to that place. That's got to be there. The willingness to go to that place has got to be there. And then the strength to restrain yourself right at the edge of that appropriately.
Yeah. And that's hard, because like you might be out there and thinking it's like, well, I've got to push really hard because I haven't been pushing really hard. It's like, well, we don't respond to damage with damage. You know, two lefts don't make a right in this situation. That's in traffic, not in our body, right? So
exactly.
It's like, what we're going to do is we're going to start implementing the right things and not dig another hole in the future because we dug one in the past.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's fill it in over time and allow ourselves the grace and space to forgive ourselves and not have to punish ourselves for that, you know? Yeah, no question.
How you feeling now, brother?
Great. I got another set to do.
Awesome.
Got to get to it.
Go get it. I got to check in. So moving through those, one leg squatting to standing, felt really pretty steady. No pain in the right knee like I was getting with the one arm overhead at the end. I had a couple of sharp pains on the inside of the ankle and just adjusted the way my foot was, and that felt fine. The stiffness in the legs, now that that's over, has gone away. I'm feeling generally peaceful and going to take on the workout of the day.
All right, 15 seconds on that last one. Right now, let's see, about 45 minutes into my workout. So do the limber test one more time. Try to push up to that 60 for the day. 60 minutes, minimum of 30, maximum 60 is what Corey has taught me. And recently I've been on average about 45. So I want to push that 60 to give my body the extra stimulus that it needs and is asking for, because I'm not done yet. I still have more energy, way more energy than when I started. It's crazy, it's coursing at this point. It's not gonna be that way the first couple of times, but your body will begin to respond naturally when we start giving what it needs naturally. And that means you have to get your own bullshit out of the way, unfortunately, which I compiled a large quantity of that I needed to start moving. And it's so easy to get into the gym and be like, oh, I don't belong here. Look at these guys doing cartwheels. You can see the difference between Corey and I's cartwheels. It's a difference of a lot of experience, but he's just a little bit older than me. Age is not the freaking limitation. It's expectations, belief, practice, experience, and willingness to freaking try. Be gritty. Get to those bullshit thoughts and move them out of the way, because they're a part of your old life, not this new one, right? They're a part of the person who was, not the person who is. So the daily original workout that Corey designed for, that I'm working into, is 20 minutes. We have 20 minutes standing medicine ball, shoulder to overhead. So taking the medicine ball, putting it on either shoulder, pushing it overhead at 50 pounds for this one. It's set for the best, scaled for the rest. And so I'm doing a prescribed workout of the day. 50 pounds is a little bit heavy for me, but I'm gonna push it. Then I've got 120 double unders after that, which that's a learning process big time. And then I've got 30 calorie row, and this was for rounds and reps. Just how many rounds can I do, how many reps can I do in that 20-minute time period. So gonna get set up, get started. Double unders will own me right now. They're tough. If you do a cadence where you do single unders and just throw a double under in, that helps. And then you'll start to throw double unders in more regularly. But it's a moment we get in our head, or I get in my head, that I lose it. That's where I start to trip over it. Right now, I'm averaging like 5 to 6 in a row, whereas before it was just 1, 2 in a row. So it's just progress. I can't do what everybody else is doing because I didn't do what they did. It's pretty simple, but hard for the ego to understand. I'm at 37, I need to get to 50. That was tough. 150 double unders. Definitely felt a little bit less inspiring. Gotta watch that. Pushing too hard. But you'll notice I changed my cadence when I got tired, so I could still do more in a row. Only counting the double unders, but using single unders as a rest. So I'm not just doing ones and twos. So now I'm gonna get on the rower for 30 calories. Steady my breathing for a second. 30 calories, about a minute, 35. I focus right now on pulling strong rather than doing a lot of reps, because that's the quickest and easiest way. So that just finished out round 1 of this workout. Looks like I'm gonna get in about another half round. Go from there. Thanks for bearing with the out of breathness. That's the end of the workout of the day. I got 1 round, and again it was 20 minutes, 30 standing, medicine ball, shouldered overhead. You notice, didn't say strict, it said standing, didn't say squatting. Standing medicine ball to overhead 30 times. So just about getting that full range of motion. Arms locked out. There was a few times in there that I let myself off the hook with a rep, with my elbows not completely locked out, but I just locked them out, stood it up higher the next time, plus added a rep. And then double unders, 120 of those. And I think I actually did 150. I have a bad time counting the first time, so 150, so we'll call that 50 total reps at the end because I got to 20, and then 30 calorie row. And so, yeah, I got 1 round plus 50 reps in, which I'm happy with because I was able to keep right at the edge of my capacity and comfort zone, in my comfort zone where I needed to. Learning the double unders put me closer to capacity than comfort, but that's part of the up and down of the workout and giving your body what it needs. Today, when I came in, I felt good. And then I felt great. After the first limber test, felt good. So did daily original workout. Felt great after that. Did strength work. Felt great after that. Did strength work. Felt good after that. Did workout of the day. Each strength workout is worth about 15 minutes of work. And then each workout of the day tells you both of them today were 20 minutes. So 40, 40, 15. So a little bit over that hour today, but I was closer to 30 minutes earlier this week, so kind of pushed it, and it all evens out. Our bodies, our physiology is built over months, seasons, solar, lunar, seasonal, and annual cycles, so my body will flesh that out, and I just have to be more aware next time. So, great workout today, though. Check out the official Unlock Potential store, where inspiration meets style. Explore our exclusive collection of gear inspired by the transformational messages straight from our Unlock Potential podcast. From trendy apparel that embraces the power of positivity to accessories that fuel your motivation. We've got something for every go-getter. Spread the messages of empowerment, energy, and motivation that you get from the Unlock Potential podcast by grabbing your gear today.
So I did the limber test there, having just completed the workout of the day and talking through some issues for clients, and feeling a bit tired in the shoulders. That's mostly what I'm feeling. And I'm about to take on some more stamina work. This is going to be a one-arm kettlebell overhead carry. I'm going to do it for 12 minutes. I'm going to walk quickly and switch sides when I feel like I need to maintain the edge of that comfort zone. So just finished up the one-arm kettlebell overhead carry and felt generally comfortable going through it. And my sets had to get a little bit shorter there towards the end as compared to where they were in the beginning. One thing I've learned about stamina work is if we can restrain ourselves appropriately, we actually finish the exercise more invigorated, more energized, as opposed to more exhausted and more drained. And that over time allows us to train longer, more days in a row, and get more overall work in. And that's really where stamina work gets improved, is not the intensity of the moment, but the number of days, weeks, months, and years we're able to stay at it. Feeling good, energized. I'm going to take on another workout of the day next. The next one on my list is a 15-minute circuit. I'm going to bike for 1,000 meters. I'm going to do 25 double unders, and I'm going to do a hanging ring mount where the rings are just above my head. I'll be doing 5 of those repetitions. And like I said, 15 minutes. I'm just going to cycle through that, keep track of how many rounds.
So I've been doing CrossFit for 17 years now. And the idea of going so intensely that you're maxing out for a 15 to 20 minute workout, for me, having a history of asthma, made it really difficult to even carry on a conversation for 10, 20, 60 minutes after a workout. And the concept of having some steady work to support the intensity wasn't really a part of it at the time. But being as persistent as I was and not wanting to give up, I said, I'm gonna find a way to make this sustainable. And the idea of stamina work and being within the comfort zone has been a huge part of that for me. It's been a huge part of that for so many clients who've had chronic illness, chronic injury, generally rooted in going too intense for too long a period of time. The intensity should be saved for short bursts, and the longer stuff should be more at the edge of your comfort zone over time. That was a fun workout. 3 exercises, moving steadily back and forth. Heart rate got a little elevated towards the end, but the breathing felt really steady with it.
All right, so we gave you a little bit of an idea there of what it's like to move through the Stay Active method, checking in on how we're feeling, taking on the exercise based on how we're feeling, and then allowing that to adjust throughout the day. I hope you enjoyed that, following along. Brian, anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, I hope you got the sense of these are different kinds of movements. These aren't just powerlifting movements. These aren't just bodybuilding movements. These are not just gymnastic movements. This is about giving our body what it needs, running it through full range of motions, doing so in a manner that's appropriate based on the signals we get. So I hope that made sense to you. It's now making sense for me every more workout. And here's the thing is right now, I feel probably 3 to 5 times better. It's hard to quantify than I did when I walked in the gym. Mm-hmm. And that's what this work is about. It's about preparing for me to show up at my best, to be most useful for others. Do this workout with us. If you're seeing anything less than that, then let's try to be more in tune and more responsive. We're going to help you do that. We're here to help you. And we're so glad that you've joined us on this journey. So Corey, another great workout. Thanks, brother.
See you soon.
Yep, absolutely. See you guys soon. Like, subscribe, share, subscribe to the Patreon. Check us out on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. Make sure to follow the Stay Active Method, Unlock Potential, all of the socials. And we're so glad to have you as a part of our community. We're challenged by your presence. I hope you're challenged by ours. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Unlock Potential. For exclusive content, make sure to subscribe to our Patreon. Follow us across all socials at @TheBrianDelaney and visit our website at thebriandelaney.com to shop our gear and see what's coming up next.